Greetings, it's Will from StormTheCastle.com, and you are watching the Cardboard DaVinci YouTube channel. Thanks for tuning in. And I've got another fun little arcade game video for you here on how to make this arcade game. It's kind of like a skee ball. I also call it a Carnival Shoot. One box, a rubber band, some tape. It's all you really need to make this fun little project. In this video, I'll take you through the whole process. Yay, I scored. Oh, and now that was just a plain simple box, but you can have a lot of fun decorating this project. Like, look at that. Isn't that fun? I even added some lights. I'm going to show you how I'm going to DaVinci this project. But let's do the intro. I'm not going to make you wait till the very end of the video to see how we DaVinci it. This is what we do. We add some lights because I add a backboard to the project. And those lights, there's a little LEDs there sticking through so that it lights up like a carnival. That's kind of fun. I like it. And that backboard, too, is an additional DaVinciing of this project. But we also, see, there's the lights in the back. But let me give you a couple more ideas on how you can DaVinci this project. But you can come up with all kinds of things. You know, I like the carnival scene that I made, how looks kind of like a carnival game with all the bright colors. And some of that is painted. Some of that is artwork I got off the internet and then printed and then pasted on. But how about making a trophy for the winner? Or a score sheet so you can keep track of what you're doing. So let's do the project. What you need here is a rectangular sized box. I'm using a B0. But there's a lot of extra height on this box that we really don't need. But you can do this. Now mine is going, you might vary yours depending on the size of your box. Mine is 3 inches there and then 6 inches here. And we draw a line between those two on both sides of the box. That's the angle, the slant of the playing field, I guess you could call it. See? You can see how that is, right? Very, very simple. Then we go ahead and cut it out all the way around. You know, I like the X-Acto knife, but I also have some really beautiful cardboard cutting tools that I like. One of them is a canary cutter. And I really like the cardboard. That desk that I'm working on there, I made that out of cardboard. That's a cardboard desk with the blue self-healing mat on top of it. So now let's make our compartments that go inside the kind of the catches for the marble or the paper or the clay ball, whatever you're using as a projectile. But really simple to do. And we make 3 of them in different heights. You know, tape or glue them together so it forms the rectangle. And then glue or tape it into place. On the higher end of the skee ball, the playing field, what would you call it? The playing field? Right in the center, left to right. And then add 2 more, each one a little bit shorter than the previous one. So it's kind of like skill-based, and the further away is going to be the higher points. So now let's make the arm, I guess you could call it the catapult arm. It's 3 pieces of cardboard. And the cup. You glue together those 3 pieces. It's going to go just like that. And then glue the cup on. And notice the way the cup is shaped. So closer to the ground, the bottom of the whole game is actually larger, and that's to hold your projectile. We'll take another look at that so you can see what I mean. I mean, you're probably okay to make it just a uniform squareness. But you see the angle on that? So it's not actually just a box. And then tape it to your playing surface, your playing board like this. And add multiple layers of tape to make it nice and strong. This is the simplest way to hinge it. With some tape, any kind of tape, could be cellophane tape or electrical tape, duct tape. Do it on both sides of the throwing arm, the swing arm. And then I'll show you what might be considered the trickiest part of the whole thing, but really isn't that difficult. It's the rubber band. So now we pierced a hole in the side of the box right there and put a rubber band through it and glued it in place. And if you don't have a long rubber band, you can just use multiple rubber bands, knot them together to make yourself a length of maybe 6 inches or so, which will give you extra. Then pierce a hole in your swing arm, pass the rubber band through that and glue it in place. And then you got to tinker with the tension of it a little bit so it works well. So don't glue this second part yet. Just kind of hold it in place, maybe with a piece of tape, so you can try the swing arm, try throwing things. See, I'm going to test it. And then once you get the tension right where it gives you good gameplay, then you go ahead and you finish it off by gluing it in place. See what I did there? I used a piece of tape so I can test it. And then if it's too strong, I can relieve some of the pressure on that rubber band. If it's too weak, I can tighten up that rubber band a little bit, pull it through the hole a little more until we get it nice. So you're adjusting it, and then you're gluing it in place to make it hold. But that's actually pretty good. So that's it. We're going to play. We'll test it. You test it and you play, and you're ready to play. But I'll show you a couple of things. Put markings on those 3 receptacles for different points, with the highest points being the one furthest away. Like here, I'm going to actually, you can use glue, little pieces of paper, but you can paint the whole thing. And I think I put them as 1, 3, and 5, or 1, 5, and 7. And you don't want to do first one to 21 wins or something like that. Whatever you want to make the game rules. Oh yeah, 1, 3, and 7. And for the hole, when we add the backboard, the hole is 25, because that one's really difficult to do. See? And that's that. I'll show you a couple more things. We'll look at the DaVinciing of this project just a little bit more. And I painted the whole thing white, and some of the backboard I painted by hand. But those ribbons that go around the edges of the box, I got off the internet and I printed them up and taped them on. So there's a score sheet, Jack and Joe. And hey, how about making yourself a nice trophy? There you go, cardboard trophy. Thanks for watching. Have fun.